Well, my name is Jackie Burgoa, and thank you for having me here. Today we are going to talk about automated. Can you hear me okay? I don't think this is. Oh. Okay, so today we're going to talk about marketing funnels and why they are important for your business, and how they are built, what tools we use to build them. And the reason marketing funnels are important for your business is because the old way we used to sell no longer works, and I guess you realize that by now. And it's not because there are not buyers. There are plenty of buyers. But what's happening is buyers don't want to be sold. So additionally, the market is crowded. The competition is very high. So, and this is where automated marketing funnels work great. So today I want to show you a 3-step formula that works really, really well to bring in more customers and increase your profits. So I want you to imagine this scenario. Guys, can you hear me in the back? Yeah. Okay, good, thank you. So I want you to imagine this scenario. I want you to think that suddenly, overnight, you are a global expert in your industry. And you suddenly became in great demand regardless of how much you charge. Or that you became a celebrity in your market. And you think this is far-fetched? I used to think so too. And until it actually happened to me. Before I started doing growth hacking and digital marketing, I used to own an insurance agency. And we used to sell $100 policies. When I got into digital marketing, I got into digital marketing not to be a consultant or to do growth hacking or anything. I got into digital marketing because I wanted to grow my business. So I became really good at it. And today, thanks to all that knowledge, it allows me to charge on the average about $7,500 per month per client for my services. And also, what I'm going to show you today is exactly the same strategy I use to be known for my growth hacking business. So you are learning today exactly what I use, what took me 18 years to figure it out. And this is what's called funnels. Now, there are many different types of funnels. There are sales funnels, webinar funnels, opt-in funnels, launch funnels, you name it. There's gazillions of them. And these are 4 examples. And you can see they're different. And the reason they are different is because they meet a different purpose. You use them for different, some of them you use them for sales, for backend, for launch, or what have you. But I want you to think of funnels as a hungry crowd. Why? Because everybody knows that when you sell to a hungry crowd, it simply works. If you do it right. And to do it right, you need a formula. Now, I don't know how many of you are selling online. And if you are selling online and you are not getting the results you want, it probably has nothing to do with your product. And it has nothing to do with your designs or the features or how fancy they are or where you got it manufactured, made in the USA. Really? At the end of the day, it has nothing to do with your designs or your products. It has nothing to do with the prices you charge, whether they're expensive or they're inexpensive. It has to do on how you position your product. Now, there is a formula on how you position your product, and here it is. And this is the 3-step formula I mentioned at the beginning on how it really, really works to bring customers and increase profit. And the first step in this formula is result in advance, RIA. Now, why RIA is important? Because your prospects are bombarded with information. They are distracted by 100 things coming at them every minute. And you only have 9 seconds to get their attention. Now think about that. You have 9 seconds to get their attention and to sell them your products. And a great way to get their attention and get them interested in your designs, your fashion designs, or whatever it is that you sell, is to first build trust. And a great way to build trust is to give results in advance first. Why? Because results in advance is the main psychological trigger that is going to make these prospects want and desire your products, and is going to build trust in your company, which sets you up for step 2 of the formula, which is the payoff. Now, this is very important. When people buy your products, they're not buying your products. They want something out of it. What does your product do for them? So the key to changing the behavior of your prospects is to talk about them. For example, show them your fashion designs and how your fashion designs help them. Don't talk about the product. What does your fashion design or whatever you sell affects them, how it helps them? Talk about what their desired outcome is, not your stuff. And I'm going to show you this exactly how it applies in a funnel. So you're going to see this high level of strategic thinking, how you actually apply it on a technical level. So therefore, when you build a campaign funnel, your campaign funnel, the ultimate funnel is about them, about your clients, and their desired outcome. So when you build a funnel, you want to show them, the funnel should be able to walk in from beginning to end, how your product is going to solve this desired outcome, right? You're going to show them what it does for them. And then you're going to educate them on how to get there. And that's the payoff for the client. And that takes you to step number 3, the call to action. So every funnel, so we said in step 1, first is results in advance to build trust. Then we said, okay, now you build trust, I'm going to give you what you want. You want X, Y, Z, I'm giving it to you. And I'm giving it to you by educating you and showing it to you. Now, I have trust, I show you what you need, what you want, now buy it. And that's where every funnel should have a call to action. It's to make a sale, or to pre-sell your fashion designs, or to generate anticipation for a product launch that you have, or to simply get an email. Whatever it is that you're building this funnel for should have an outcome at the end. And you must give them a beneficial reason why. Why should they give you that email? Why should they opt in? Why should they enter your funnel to begin with? And why now? Not tomorrow, not the day after tomorrow, but now. This exact same formula is sold over $23 million online. And now that I show you what to do, I'm going to show you how to do it. How all these 3 steps apply in real life on a real funnel, and how companies are making millions in the process. So this stuff works. In this case, I'm going to show you the automated Goodwill campaign. Now, like I said before, there's gazillions of different funnels. And this one is called Goodwill because you're giving goodwill. You're giving a lot of knowledge without expecting anything in return. Well, expecting. So let's look at this funnel. This is where your client enters the funnel. You drive traffic to the funnel, and we said the first part of the funnel is to giving results in advance to build trust. They have to know who you are, who your company is. And the biggest mistake people make is they build a website, they have an e-commerce, they have products that are $300. Visitors land on their website and they go, nobody's buying. I don't get it. And if you can put in a real case, it's like you're walking down the street, you meet this guy or you meet this boy or whatever it is, and you look it up and you say, hey, would you marry me? they're going to think you're a freak, right? I mean, you just don't do that. And that's exactly what people expect. They build this website, they have these incredible thingies, and they don't buy. And even if you go and you ask somebody, hey, would you marry me without knowing them, and then you want to backtrack, and you say, wait, no, maybe let's go have coffee, too late. I can guarantee that person will never date you no matter what you do. So in order to avoid that, let's get married without even knowing each other, is what the funnel is all about. It's exactly like a relationship. You know, the first time maybe you talk on the phone, maybe you go for a cup of coffee. The following time, maybe you go and have lunch. And then maybe you go meet the parents. And then, you know, take it to the next level, and eventually you get married. And really, a funnel is exactly like that. If I can give you an example of a funnel, well, I'll get to that in a minute, but let's take step by step. So here is where you ask for a cup of coffee. Let's go for coffee, right? But in order to invite somebody for a cup of coffee, A, you have to be really good looking, or you have to have more than just being really good looking for the other person to say, okay, sure, you know, maybe you have an exciting conversation, whatever, there has to be something, right? Well, that initial step works exactly the same way. Why would they give you their email? Why would they enter the funnel? And the way you do that is, so let's take an example. You guys are into fashion. I don't know what kind of fashion you do, but let's assume you sell, I don't know, belts. I'm not really into fashion, as you can tell, so please forgive me for my stupid examples, but I'm not a fashionista here. But let's assume you sell belts. So instead of saying, oh, we sell brown belts and black belts with, you know, buckles, silver buckles, and like, oh, okay, duh, who cares, right? Maybe you should tell them, hey, listen, 3 types of belts that you never wear if you want a girl to date you. Hey, I never even thought the belts had anything with some girls not wanting to date me. Now, warning, you never ever scam, lie, cheat, or make this up. Because the reason this is so important, because whatever comes after this, if you give them something that's crap, it's going to come back to haunt you, because they're going to say, oh, okay, whatever. But if you give them really good results and you really give them good stuff, and all of a sudden you give them information that really works, then all of a sudden, maybe they should be listening to you. And that is what results in advances. So you spend 3 weeks building this beautiful guide on what belts to wear so that you can attract girls and date them, and they say yes to dating instantaneously. And you spend, you know, writing all these articles and writing all this, and guess what? People opt in, but they never read, and you're like, darn it, I spent 4 weeks writing this article, and people don't read it. And that's just how it works. That's how nature is. People, I'm sure you do it. You download something, you put it to the side, I'm going to read it tomorrow, and tomorrow never arrives. Right? I mean, I have probably 1,000 PDFs that I want to get to, and I never, ever get to. So, and that's just nature. So what happens is, going back to formula number 1, give results in advance, and teach them, walk them through the funnel, and show them how your products kind of help them get whatever it is that they're trying to get to. And that's where we're gonna skip this for a minute, because this is an incredibly important step, but I want to hold on for a second. So what happens is, they opt in, they go into your autoresponder, into your email, they get an email, and then they go to the download, they download this PDF about the belts, and you know how girls go crazy for certain type of belt. But guess what? They're going to download it, and they're going to set it to the side. And that's where this automation is going to come in. Now, what you do in this case, we have 4 automations. What we do is we take each chapter of the ebook that you bought, or you wrote, or the guide, whatever, and you convert it into a video. So let's say you are the scarf queen. You design these beautiful scarves, and they're just absolutely beautiful, right? And you go into, you write a guide on what scarves to wear when, and when to wear scarf on your head, and when to wear around your neck, and when to wear around your waist. And you go into, and nobody reads this PDF, right? So what happens, you take chapter number 1. Let's assume chapter number 1 is about scarves around your neck. So you show videos. Oh, look at the scarves. And you put them to the side, you become sexy. If you're tall and skinny, you got to wear them to the front. And you're chubby, big, you got to wear them to. So you go and you show them. Whatever you're going to show you better be truthful. It better work. So as you work this video, you have options. You have, do they buy? It takes you to your product, the scarf package. Do they buy? Do they click and buy? If they click and they don't buy, they take you out. We take you out of that automation, and we send you to the second automation. In this case, will be chapter number 2. It's a video about scars around the head, how to tie a knot, how to do it to the side, how to do whatever it is. So again, they get a series of emails, and you ask yourself, did they click? Oh, they click. That's good. We take them out of the automation about the scars around the waist, and we take them out of the automation about the scars around the head. And now, did they buy? Yes, this time they bought. We take them completely out of the automation, and we take them into a whole different automation called customer onboarding. So basically what's happening, if all of us right now enter this funnel, each one of us will be taken in a different directions based on our behavior. Now, why is that critical for you guys, especially if you're launching a business or you're starting to grow a business? Because as they walk through the path of the funnel, depending on what they click or what they buy, the segmentation takes them out and puts them into a segmentation, and you are literally profiling your customer. So let's take, for example, this woman bought the scarf, the scarf around your waist, right? So how to do it here, how to put it in the front, whatever it is that you do the scarves, right? Takes out of the automation, gets put into a new automation, but it tells you something about this person, that this woman is interested in something around the waist, right? So you start thinking, maybe we should start thinking about skirts, or maybe about belts with fluckles, or other stuff, because this person is telling you, hey, I was not interested in the scarf around your head, but I was interested in the scarf around your waist. And you can go crazy developing products and offers based on the behavior. So I can guarantee if all of us enter a funnel and all of us trigger and do different behaviors, you're going to see how it's done in real life, because we actually built an entire case, a live case, which is live right now for you guys. So you can see how it all applies in real life. So again, but let's assume for a second, they get the emails, they get the reminders, they never buy. They don't click, they don't buy. You went through all this aggravation, and you built this beautiful PDF, and you built these beautiful videos, and nobody opted in, nobody bought. Great. You know what that tells you? These people are not interested in the scarves. So what happens is you connect them to a new funnel. Maybe this time about belts. And you put them through the entire process again. And maybe they're not going to click anything. Well, you guess what? This person is not interested in belts. And then you put about glasses. And boom, this person buys glasses. Guess what? And so this is endless. You can build funnel upon funnel upon funnel, and you start segmenting and segmenting and segmenting. And when you have a huge database of clients, highly segmented, then you start selling them whatever it is that you sell based on what they want and what they need. Now let's quickly cover this one, because this is extremely important. In this case, the case of the one that we built for you is, there's actually 3 types. One of them I'm not going to cover because it's a little complex. But there's 2 others. One is called the tripwire, and the other one is called the self-liquidating offer. Now, the main difference between those 2 are who you're selling it to, who you're offering it to. So if you have no customers, or you want to grow your customer base, you want to use a tripwire, and I'll explain to you in a minute what a tripwire is. If you are offering this to an existing client base, that you already have a relationship, they already trust you, they already know you, you build a relationship, you want to offer them a self-liquidating offer. And the purpose is twofold. The purpose of this one right here is the most important process in the funnel. And listen to this careful, because this will make you or break you in business. Again, mistake people make, they have a $300 whatever, and they expect people to buy it. And then, you know, you're going to buy 300, I don't know you, I mean, it's pretty, I like it, but, you know, is it washable, or maybe it's going to fall apart in a week? I think I'm going to go to Macy's and buy it. True or false? But if you make it so simple that it's literally impossible for them to say no, it's like if they say no, they go, God, I am so dumb. Have you ever been in that situation where, like, I missed it? God, how do I go back? So that's what a tripwire is. So when you think of tripwires, think of Vista cards. You know, 500 cards for $9.99. Do you think they can make money or not with, you know, on 500 cards for $9.99? Hell no. They probably pay the advertising cost. They make zero. But where do they make the money? On the back end. The entire purpose of the tripwire is to break the barrier to entry, to convert those prospects into buyers. Now they're customers. They're no longer prospects. The second somebody pulls a credit card out, your chances of selling to that person just multiply by 1,000. Right? So that's why when you talk in tripwires, you want to break, you want to make it so simple that they go, I got to get this. The 99-cent McDonald's, right? You go there, you end up spending, what, 20 bucks? But, you know, they lure you in, well, the 99 cents. We have tripwires that we use apps. Everything's going mobile. I guess you guys are millennials, so you know this. And you know, some of the tripwires that we have are in the market sell for 300, 500, 700 bucks. And we sell them for 17 bucks. You know, it's like you gotta be really dumb not to get it. And why do we do that? Well, A, because we have the platform to, you know, crank this out. But most important, because once they enter our funnel, A, we're giving them a killer product because our apps are killers. I mean, they're, you know, you can sell your stuff via the apps, you can do affiliate through Amazon, whatever. And you're not gonna get it for $7 or 17 bucks anywhere. So you really have to go like, God, I gotta be dumb not to do this. So that's what tripwire is. You break every barrier to entry. This is a dude, and you can go to eBay, probably you can search it. He sells $15,000, $20,000 guitars. This is a guitar, he hand makes them, I guess. But you go to eBay, he sells for $5.99, at least they used to be $5.99, a pack of 100 guitar picks. I can guarantee you he either loses money or probably he breaks even on the guitar picks. His intent is not to make money on the guitar picks. The intent is to get him into the funnel, walk him through the funnel, and slowly, as he earns that trust, and you know, he gives them what they want, tomorrow he's gonna offer, oh, by the way, do you need strings for your guitar? Following week, oh, by the way, maybe you need, what do you call that thing, to adjust the sound? And, you know, eventually, maybe a month from now, 2 months from now, oh, by the way, I have a $20,000 guitar, do you want it? Have you ever seen yourself in those funnels? You don't even know that you're in a funnel. I mean, we work our clients through funnels. It's like, oh my God, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. You know, it's like, so are you coming up with this? Like, we're launching soon an idea validation site. And the entire purpose is to validate your ideas. You know, crank them up, validate them. They work good, they don't work, ditch them. The next idea, validate them. They don't work, ditch them, work them, put them in your funnel, whatever. So, you know, because a lot of people, it's like, you know, how do I validate? They spend 6 years building a product that nobody wants. You know, so we just validate them, get them out, get them in, get them out. Keep what works, ditch the rest. Lean manufacturing. All you guys are aware of lean manufacturing. So we're building this site, and it's like, I get emails. It's like, are you almost there? So is it going live soon? It's like, we are. I swear to you, we're working on it. And that's how you know you're on the right track. So, and the other one is the self-liquidating. The funnel that we built for you guys is a self-liquidating funnel. And the reason why, it's, you will see it, it's about expos. And the reason it's about expos is the honest truth, is we've been trying to penetrate this market for the longest time, and we just never had the time. So I figured since we're going to build this to show you guys, might as well build an asset that we can use later, right? So, and it worked for any market. It's the same thing. So if you're selling belts, they are exactly the same belts, brown belts with 3 holes and the silver buckle. But you know what? You sell this belts to dudes that want to date girls, or to, you know, what buckles to wear when you go to the blind date. So you specifically write about this pain, this whatever, this purpose, and you talk to them directly how this belt is going to solve that problem. So you're going to see the expo. It has nothing to do with expos. It tells you about expo. It's the same process. It's the same product that applies to anything. Whether you're a brain surgeon, you're an S&P 500, or you're a startup that just opened up yesterday the shop. But I want you to understand, I want you to get into your mind, the funnels is not about the technical side. It's not about, you know, WordPress page 1, WordPress page 2, upsell, down. So no, there's a whole psychology if you want your funnels to work. So, let's talk about the top left. If you are just starting out, this is probably where you want to start. This is the beginning of the funnel. Either it can be an email opt-in or a tripwire. That's where you show your lead magnet or your self-liquidating offer. And I'm going to show you, and this is what it looks like. So over here is your website. That's your landing page. Hey, you know, this is where you download the 3 secrets you didn't know why girls wouldn't date you if you wear silver buckle belts, right? Man, if I was a boy and I go, man, it's not because I sleep all day long. It's not because I don't have a job. It's because of my belt that girls don't date me, right? That's exactly what you would think to yourself. And then it's going to go to the autoresponder, the email, and then the thank you page. But this process, the automation is going to hold it. We hold it about 5 minutes, and we tell them, hey, it's going to take about 5 minutes for the email to come to you. So just sit tight. In the meantime, check this out. Right while you wait for the email to arrive with this ebook about the belt thingy, you know, check this out. And again, response in advance, you know, giving knowledge. Whatever you build here, you must remember that whatever you give them must be able to stand on its own. Never make it, oh, you're given this, but it depends on this, or this depends on this. Never, ever, ever, because they feel cheated. So whatever you do, make sure that if they don't buy from you, they might not buy it today. But I can guarantee you, if you give them good stuff, you're always going to be in the back of their mind. I assure you. I do this for a living. I do this for clients that are S&P 500s. I have a client that their smallest product right now is $500,000. That's their entry product. And I use exactly what I'm showing you. No difference whatsoever. Humans are humans, know at what level you're talking to. So the lead magnet, that's the lead magnet, right? So that's an example. I'm sure you've seen a million of this. This is a landing page where you offer them the goodie. Oops. And there are many types of lead magnets. You guys are technical. You can be software. You can see a lot of software. Okay, let me take a step back because this is extremely important. And I was explaining to Glashy. Anybody over here over 1 million in revenues? Okay, kind of, but you're still at that 1 million? Okay, so if you're under the 1 million, I strongly suggest that you guys read this book called Ready, Fire, Aim by Michael something, okay? And he divides the life cycles of a business in 4. The first one is the infancy, which is up to $1 million. The second one is childhood, from 1 million to 10 million. And then, you know, you hire the CEO and what have you. The most important to remember in the 1 million is that don't go crazy creating products. Your job, and when you, up to the minute you hit the 1 million, should be to master 3 things. Okay, number 1, sales. Number 2, sales. And number 3, anybody can guess? You got it, sales. Your job from 0 to 1 million should be sales, sales, and sales. People get so caught up on the business cards and the accountant, on the chairs, on the Jesus, Lord. And I was explaining to her, you know, they go and buy the Ferrari and they can leave 0 for the gasoline. And they sit in the garage and they go, God, you know, this thing doesn't move. And they can't figure out why the damn Ferrari won't move. And then you go and you say, hey, listen, you got to add gasoline. She goes, but I can't. I spent all my money on the Ferrari. Maybe you should have bought a Geo and saved the money for the Ferrari, for the gasoline. And I guarantee you, I deal with this, whether it's at S&P 500 level or whether it's the startup that started yesterday. They think they opened their website and people are going to be knocking on their doors. And man, they spend gazillions on that website. You know, and we go, no, spend the bare minimum on that website. You know, if you can do it yourself, for God's sake, go build it yourself. You know, because a website's a living, breathing animal. I mean, it changes, it moves, you know, what works today, it's not going to work tomorrow. You got to switch it, you got to do this. And like I was explaining, that's why I hate highly customizable websites. I just hate them. Because the second you upgrade them, the whole thing collapses. You got to start from scratch. So start bare minimum. Don't concentrate on the website. Concentrate on understanding your market, driving traffic, understanding your segment, segmenting these people. What are they buying? What are they looking for? Where are they rejecting you? Where are they, you know, resonating? All of this. And when you hit that million, you will understand your clients better than they understand themselves. And that's where segmentation, that's why funnels are so powerful. Because what it helps you segment all these bits and pieces of human behavior that they don't even know it. So what happens is, once you hit that 1 million, only then, and only then, you worry about bringing more products. Because it is true, you cannot go past the 1 million unless you innovate, and that's a fact. And if any of you know anybody that's stuck at the 1 million, guilty, 18 years ago, almost lost a business because of that. And I couldn't for my life figure out why. It's because in order to go from the 1 million to the 10 million, you got to bring products in. You got to test them, you got to validate them, you got to get them in the funnel. New products, you got to test it. The only way you're going to go from 1 million to 10 million is with innovation and product. There's no other way. Get that through your head. That's why service companies have such a hard time growing. Or, you know, so if you have a service company, try to figure out how you're going to productize your service company. I built a service company. I spent years. I mean, I built this. We were top 20 in the country, in the world, I mean, in the US. And at the end of the day, it was sad because it literally was worthless. Literally was worthless. I spent years building this business. I had accolades through the wazoo, top 20. I had a whole room full of, I used to have front seats on the Miami Heat. I used to have the top for the Panthers. I mean, I was the queen of the world. But when it came to sell that business, so stay away from services. And if you can have a service, think how you're going to convert that service into a product. Very important to remember that. Because when you hit that 1 million to 10 million, the way you want it is create products. Man, you gotta crank them up like crazy. And that once you hit the 10 million, then you move forward. And remember that advice. You will thank me later. I paid dearly for that advice. I didn't listen in. I had the scars to prove it. So anyway, so there is software, free trials. Discounts, free shipping is a good one. Quiz and surveys, I love this. It really fits in certain industries. So they take the survey, and if they want to have the answer, guess what? They got to give you their email, right? Video training, catalogs, reports, e-courses. Now, e-courses. Be careful with e-courses. And this is the reason with e-courses, you don't want to have them as tripwires. When somebody takes an e-course, you're basically saying, oh, I'm going to drip a little bit of knowledge every day, right? I'm going to give you a little bit Monday, a little bit Tuesday, a little bit Wednesday. But if they don't have the relationship with you, they don't know you, they haven't really built that human side. It's like, okay, I get 1,000 emails, 1,000 newsletters. Why should I even spend a minute of my life watching this little thing that you're going to drip? So e-courses really don't work for a tripwire. When you're talking about e-course, it's really using once you built a relationship with your client. So if you're going to do, let's say you're selling belts, and now all of a sudden you want to start selling a kit for your belts, right? That's what you use an e-course, because they're already your clients, they're already buying from you, they already trust you, they already know you, they already understand you. So now you show them, hey, this is how you use buckles that are square. Or this is how you use, next day, this is how you dress when you have buckles that are round. And you get the idea, okay? So cheat sheets, oh my God, they work like wonders. Cheat sheets, everybody wants easy, fast, and they want to hack stuff, right? So if you give it to me, like we say in Spanish, comidito, fine. Who speaks Spanish here? Okay, so you know what comidito is. Chew it for me, and thank you very much. I'll just enjoy the flavor. So that's what cheat sheets work, hacks. Cheat sheets, oh my gosh, people love them. Toolkits and resources, yeah, up to a point. So let's move on to the self-liquidating offer. Now, the reason this is showing a self-liquidating offer versus a tripwire, and let me tell you what the difference is. And this is so important. This is probably the most important part of the funnel. Not to say that the rest is not, don't get me wrong. But this will make the difference whether you bring clients or not. This one is a self-liquidating offer because really the intent is just to pay for the advertisement, really. So if I spend $100 on whatever it is, really my intent is not to make money, to make a profit. I just want to pay for my advertising, that's it, whatever comes later on, it's profit. But a self-liquidated offer, in this case, we use a phone. So a phone is what, $69? So it's a little too expensive for somebody who doesn't know you. I don't know if I spend $69 if I really don't know. Maybe on Amazon I would because I know who Amazon is. But if your website, it's a WordPress, I don't know, right? So you offer this to people that are already your clients. Again, we're going back in circles. If you're trying to build clients that you don't know it, you will use this as a tripwire. So instead of a phone, what would you offer? Anybody has a suggestion what a tripwire would be in this case? Maybe a headset? Maybe a VoIP headset? Or maybe those little thingies that you connect from an analog phone to converting into a VoIP phone that are like 99 cents or $2 or what have you. That would be a tripwire. So what happens is when you are talking about tripwires, you want to take your core offer, you want to dissect a little piece of your core offer, and you want to offer them that little piece of your offer as a tripwire. Again, the dude that offers, that sells guitars, he takes the guitar with picks, and he offers them because once they buy the guitar picks, means what? That they play guitar, most likely. So, and then it takes you to the download page, and you go and download the 3 stickers about the belts on how girls will date you if you wear the right belt. And you simply drive traffic, and you do this over and over and over again. Okay? Now, but you're here for the automation. So let's look at the automation. And this is where the power happens. This is where segmentation happens. This is where behavior comes into the equation. This is the case study, so if you guys want to write that, you can go to our main site, Marques.so. It's also there. It's a link. This is the case, the actual website that we built for you guys. We're going to take it down soon, so if you really want to experience the whole funnel automation, drip 1, drip 2, drip trip, I suggest you go there, you opt in, you download, and see what email you get tomorrow and what email you get the day after tomorrow. And I can assure you, depending on what action you take, you're going to get a different email. So the lead magnet. So we did an A/B test. We created 2 lead magnets. We wrote a book. Again, it says Expo. But remember what we said? The whole reason it says Expo is because since we went through all the process of building it, we figured, hey, might as well use it in the future. That's the only reason why it says Expo. But on the back end, it's the same product no matter who you are. Okay? So one is a book about three ways to attract lots of potential buyers. And the reason this ebook has that title is because all our data indicated that one of the biggest frustrations of people attending expos is they spend 10 grand and there aren't enough potential buyers. The lookers, not buyers. And we go, hey, listen, save you 5 grand, save you 10 grand. With $500,000, we'll show you how to quadruple those potential buyers, and you don't even have to travel, right? And we write a whole ebook on this premise. There is 3 chapters that shows you step 1, step 2, and step 3. And we also did an A/B testing. We did a giveaway. So we said, okay, enter your name and your email, and you might win this entire funnel, right? And then we did the self-liquidating offer. Okay, now check this out. So remember when they opted in to download that ebook or whether to do the Goodwill or the giveaway, they were immediately taken to the thank you page. And the thank you page had a tripwire, or not a tripwire, a liquidating. And it says, oh, by the way, if you were trying to test your products and you don't know how to test them or how to validate them, this is what you do, and you do A, and you do B, and you do C, blah, 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 and blah, 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 and on minute 6, done. So after you understood, we're teaching you, and if you look at the top, it says, in about 5 minutes, see, while you wait for the email to come in 5 minutes, hey, check this out, right? Now you're gonna see on the automation how we actually set that up. But why are we asking for 5 minutes? It's because we don't want them, we want them to watch our email, our video. If we give it to them right away, guess what? They're gonna go check out the video, that's it. The email, they're not gonna get it. So this way we buy ourselves a little time for them to watch this. And if it's interesting, minute 6, bam, buy now. Self-liquidating, tripwire, whatever it is, that's your first step when people are gonna become from prospects to customers. So let's go to the download. There's the thank you. Now go and download the ebook. Thank you very much. There it is. But this is where it gets interesting. This is the power of automation. Oops. Check this out. Each line right there is an entire automation logic. And depending on your behavior and the actions you take, it will take you in and out of different automation funnels. So let's look at that one. That's the top one, right? So let's dissect this. First one says, hey, wait 5 minutes before the email goes out with the link to the ebook. Now, why do we do that? Remember? So to give them time to watch our video, that in minute 6 is going to show up a buy button, and they are going to probably buy. If it's a tripwire, this is when they say, how stupid not to have bought it. That's it. This is the moment where the tripwire kicks in. All right? So, and then we say, okay, advise, the email came in, an email goes to the project manager. Oh, by the way, somebody just opted in, check it out. You know, see who it is. Then, remember what we said, that we convert this ebook that we wrote for 3-4 weeks or whatever, and then we take each chapter, we create a video out of that ebook. Okay, so this is when this happens. So chapter 1 is about driving traffic. So the first chapter of that thing was about driving traffic. So we go and we give them real good information on how to drive traffic. We don't hold anything back. We tell you exactly what you need to do to drive traffic, right? And if you get that email and you didn't click on the link to watch that video, guess what happens? Another email goes on day 2. By the way, there is this video that we got is ready for you. It's about driving traffic. Go and check it out. There's the email. I don't know if you can see it. There's the email. Okay? So 2 things are going to happen, right? First, or actually 3. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to click, nothing. And then they're going to get a 3rd reminder, right? Oh, by the way, you missed the video. Go and check it out. At that point, if they don't click, they get taken out of the entire automation, the entire thing. They get taken out of this entire thing, and they take it into a new automation about something totally different. Remember, if they didn't buy the scarves, maybe they're not interested in scarves. Maybe they're interested in pants. So if they didn't buy the scarves, maybe this is the time to start testing pants. Okay? Now, so let's say they click, right? But they did not buy. So, or in this case, they did buy, right? So what happens? Again, they take it out of the automation, and they take it automatically in what's called a customer onboarding, right? That's a whole different process. And in this case, we have, hey, click here to opt into your funnels to follow instructions. And we talk them into a form. Hey, by the way, submit this information, A, B, C, D, we need this, we need that. If you bought this, you know, your project manager is going to contact you, blah, 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 whatever it is that you do when you, get a customer and you get them through the onboarding process. But let's assume they didn't buy. They click, they watch the video number 1, which was about driving traffic, but they didn't buy. So they automatically get taken out of the automation, and they take it because you don't want to send another email and say, oh, by the way, we have a video about traffic. Duh, I saw it yesterday. No, you don't want to sound stupid. So now you take them to the second one is, oh, the second chapter was about capturing leads. Remember the story about the scarves? If you were showing them scarves around the head and what have you, and they clicked. They didn't buy, but they clicked. The next day, they go and they get a new setup about scarves around the waist, right? So how you're going to get them, you're going to put them. Did they buy? No. So that's going to take them into video number 3. Did they buy? Yes. So that's going to take them to customer onboarding. Oh, by the way, your shipment is leaving tomorrow. You should have it within 3 days. Your UPS tracking number, so and so and so. But the most important thing is each section takes you out of the automation, and it takes you into a whole new automation based on your behavior. So in this case, they bought, they were taken into the thank you. They didn't buy, they click, boom, video number 3, email marketing. So think about your products. What is it that you do? Write the story, break them out into bits and pieces, and see where this customer is interested. And the second the customer is interested in whatever you sell, that's where you know, oh, guess what? That's when you connect another funnel. Because this person is interested in whatever it is that triggered those emotions. Now, there are many different automation systems that we use. You know, there are different ones, all prices from $1,000 to whatever. Some of them are not automations. Some of them are just autoresponders. But probably in the early stages, you might want just an autoresponder. You know, automations are complex and, you know, it takes time to master them. But so it depends really where you are. But this is pretty much what they are. Now, let's look at the results of the test that we did for you guys. So we built this case. We ran it for 2 days. We run cold traffic. We use solo ads and LinkedIn ads to see, you know, hey, let's see what happens. Now check this out. Cold traffic, usually the conversion is about 1%. That's about cold traffic. We did about 2.7, which is amazing. Consider which is pure cold emails, cold LinkedIn thing. But check this out. Our ROI was 1,200. Let me see if I can get it. Anybody can see what it is? 1,210. That was our ROI. So we made $582 in 2 days of running cold traffic to this little ebook about these little thingies on how to, you know, nothing out of this world. And you can see here 000 because we stopped after 2 days. And you can see we have 111 unique visits. The result, higher conversion, better response, better positioning, more money. But wait. Let's say you went through all this process. You went through all this aggravation. You built this automation. You built these videos. You built everything. And you don't make any sales. People don't buy. What happens? They don't click on your emails, and therefore they cannot see your offers, right? So that's where this kicks in. And a great way to do this, to capture once the first cycle, is to what we call the angles campaign. And this alone can make you a lot of money. And the angle campaigns actually meets it fulfills three things. One, they can be used as content for SEO. Two, they work as email marketing because you're going back with the same offer. And also, it's content marketing. So to give you an idea how the angles funnel works, say you have, it's called Y minus X. This is the angle number 1. So how to diversify, sorry, a typo. How to diversify your wardrobe without increasing cost, right? So how to do X, or Y minus X, or the truth about X. The truth about high-end fashion, what you overpay Nordstrom doesn't want you to know. Or, what to do if X, what to do if your customer wants to try before they buy. So, you write all these articles, and, there's tons of them, and you put them on your blog, and you link them in your email, and you put backlinks and what have you. And that's how you go, and you connect funnel after funnel after funnel. And the end result is an automated funnel. And any Q&As? Any questions?